Ms. Pordave, good evening. The topic I will explain today is micro and macro location. I will begin by addressing the topic of macro location. The macro location of a company consists of deciding the most advantageous region in which a company or business will be located. This assessment describes the general geographical area in which the business or project will be located in a given country. Therefore, functional macroeconomic situations serves as a basis for making the location of a property attractive and is therefore a prerequisite for an investment. For this reason, a macro location analysis is important for investors and owners to determine whether or not it is viable to invest. In the macro location of a project or company, the following factor must be taken into account. The first is the geographic factor. This factor evaluates the climatic conditions, the levels of waste and environmental pollution, and the actions to avoid environmental pollution. The characteristics and availability of communication routes. It also takes into account the availability of plant in adequate surface area based on topographic characteristics and reasonable cost. The second is the social factor. These factors are related to the adequacy of project to the community and the environment, to the development trends of the region, the general level or social services and the living conditions of the community. The third is the economic factor. It corresponds to the cost of inputs and supplies and the state, such as raw materials, labor, electricity, water, and fuel. And on the other hand, it considers the usable infrastructure as well as the proximity of raw materials and markets, consumers, and internet access. And finally, the fourth is the institutional factor. They are related to development strategies, norms, rules, and regulations specific to industrial centralization. Therefore, the company must take into account regional laws and policies. Utility infrastructure, the impact of the project on the environmental and the approval of the corresponding institutions for licensing. In the micro location, the precise point within the macro size chosen. Therefore, the areas in which the project will be located and operate must be selected and delimited precisely in order to choose the most suitable area for predictive activities and determine the development centers. It is important to emphasize that this is a place where the company or industrial plant will be definitely located, as this is the site that allows the objectives of achieving the highest profitability or producing the lowest unit cost to be met. For the micro location, it is necessary to take into account urban, suburban, or rural location, transportation of personnel, cost of land, proximity to highways, availability of railroads, proximity to downtown, availability of service, water, electricity, gas, telephone service, condition of urban roads and highways, and taxes. Ms. Pordave, you asked a question at the end of the class about what is the importance of micro and macro location. To conclude the video, I'm going to tell you my point of view. I think it is important to know and analyze the location of the business to know competitors, potential customers, establish rental costs, And attractive locations allows you to be visible to the target audience, therefore higher sales and profitability or payoff, and such as a way that it covers the requirements or demands that help to reduce investment costs. That's all, Ms. Bardave. I'll see you on Monday.